Hey, what's up guys? This is Blake from Mac Kiteboarding here. I am in the Springs right now with my e-foil, and today I'm going to teach you how to ride the e-foil. So last time we made a video on how to set it up and how to do all that, and now it's time to ride it. So we've got our governor right now. You can adjust it and control it through pushing this button. You have your battery there, and you have your percentage and your governor. So when you start out, I would just recommend putting it at 1. Unless you're like a really big person and you weigh a bit and you don't have the right board, then 2 might be enough to get you up. But I would recommend everyone starting on 1 just to get going. And then simply like, don't overthink it, or don't think like, oh, I want to go and I want to just stand up and get on the foil right away. I'll just take it slow and just enjoy this really wild toy. And first things first, just like get comfortable. So right now I'm even sitting on it and I'm just slowly moving. So first things first is just get comfortable with the trigger and moving around. Now I'm going to start, before I start going, so I lay on the board. And the most important thing with foiling, if you're a kiteboarder, then this would make a little bit more sense to you if you're a kite foiler. But if you've never foiled before, then this is actually the opposite of your natural instincts. So it's natural to like lean back just like you do for wakeboarding, kiteboarding, and all of that. But actually for this one, you're going to be leaning all of your weight forward. So what you're going to want to do is scooch all the way to the front of the board so that your shoulders are right in front of this mat. And then you're going to put your elbows right on the mat so that your hands are actually on here. So your controller and all of your body weight is forward. So right now I have all my weight forward, and then I'm just going to slowly pull the trigger and start to move. So now you see I'm just slowly pulling the trigger and moving around, and just do this for like 5-10 minutes, however much you need to get comfortable. I've had people pop up their first try. I've also had other people just lay on the board the entire time. So whatever feels comfortable for you, just lay down, use your shoulders. Just kind of lean to one side to turn it, and then lean to the other side to turn it the other way. And that's how you get your turns down. And once you start feeling more comfortable, then you push all your weight forward. Just get going a little faster. So, how you doing? The most important thing in all of this is just, if you have to think of one thing while you e-foil, it's that all of your weight needs to be in the front of the board to start. So if you want the foil to actually lift into the air, then that's when you lean back. But you need to get control of the foil first and ride the board on top of the water before you can actually start lifting the foil out. So first things first, we're just going to lay on it, get all of our weight forward, more forward than you'd think, and just start pulling the trigger and riding it on your stomach. You can either just increase it to 2 and just feel what the power is like while you're laying down a little bit more. So let's do that. 2. All right, now let's lay down and just get going a little faster on our stomachs. Here, let's go. Alright, so this is good. Now we're getting a little bit more on plane. It's much easier for us to lift. Alright, so now that we've ridden around and gotten comfortable laying on our stomachs, what you do now is just practice going up onto your knees, and you can either do this on lightning bolt 2 or 1, whatever is more comfortable for you. And what you want to do is you just want to slide all of your weight forward. You don't want to pop up and lean back. You want to just pull yourself forward and kind of increase the speed. Okay? So now I'm all the way forward with my knees. Keeping my shoulders forward. Getting up. Once you get on plane, then you can slowly stand up. Alright, now we've gone from laying on our stomachs, going onto our knees, and you just want to really make sure that you're all the way forward. If you're leaning back, then the foil is going to lift up and then you'll get off balance and crash. So just make sure you keep your weight forward. Alright, and then as you get comfortable, this is when you're going to slowly start to stand. Alright guys, so we've gone from laying down, getting comfortable, carving around, comfortable with the controller, and then we've pulled ourselves onto our knees. And the hardest thing that I've found for people starting is controlling the trigger while trying to stand up. Like it kind of pulls hard and then lurches up, or you don't give it enough gas and then the nose goes under. And when the nose goes under and the controller, the Bluetooth doesn't work. So you got to make sure to keep the nose up. So the next thing is just standing up. You just want to push all of your weight over your front foot as you stand up and just kind of lift up on your back heel to take all of your weight off. So other thing you can do is put both of your feet a lot more forward and have your waist kind of facing the front of the board rather than... All right, so I'm laying down here. Slide my knees forward. Knees are forward. All right, now we're on our knees. So now the next step is where you stand up. You want to do it really slow, and you want to keep your weight over the nose of the board and get a little bit more speed. So now I'm gonna all right, so now as you're standing, you want to start really slow and you want to keep your shoulders over the board. As you stand up, you're going to just slowly rise up and keep that weight over your front foot. Okay, now we're not trying to lift the foil yet. We're just trying to keep the board on the water, riding around with our weight forward. If you lean back, that's when it lifts up. So once you lean back, then it lifts up. When you lean forward, all right. So now that you're comfortable keeping your weight forward, riding the board on top of the water, you're on 2. It's kind of like, may not be enough for you, maybe, depending on your weight. But then once you start to get the feel of it and you're wanting to start riding, just try and lift the foil just 1 inch off the water. Just really, really low above the water, get it up, and then try and level it out and just real gradually move your shoulders. In order to lift it up, you just move your shoulders slightly back, then you're up. If you want to move it down, just slowly move forward. If you want it to go up, slowly back to your shoulders. Alright, so now we've gotten to the point where we're standing on the board and we want to lift the foil out of the water and have it rise. So what we do here is we just simply have our feet kind of locked in, and then you just very gradually move your shoulders back. And then just moving that weight back is going to lift the foil. If you keep it low on the water, then it won't be hard to stay up. If you get real high on it, then you're probably coming down. And if you do, just try and slowly, very gradually get the board back down onto the water. So here we go. Starting out all our weight forward, pressing down. All right. Another thing, as I stand up, I push down on my elbows as I slide forward. And another thing, do not let go of the board until you're standing up. Now you stand up, you want it to lift, then you just slowly move your shoulders back, and there you go. That's how you create lift. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video on how to ride a electric hydrofoil. The foil here I'm riding is the 5.0 lift foil. And alright guys, well that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have great success on your e-foil experience. Good luck with your first try. If you'd like to see more, make sure to check us out, subscribe to our channel. You can see all of the latest. Adios!